I do enjoy this as like a nice change of pace. I think more companies should create an all-in-one like this designed to be an alternative to just a power rack.
Is odd, I'm not sure. I think this takes more experimenting than your typical piece of equipment because it's so much different.
So these are the new revolution in dumbbells. Zoom in here, you can like change the weights. They only go up to 60 pounds.
Massenomics. What's up everyone? We are back for another home gym tour in Big Jake's big garage here for a pretty excellent garage gym tour. I'm excited for it. Big Jake is the owner-operator of Garage Gym Experiment, which is a podcast network, a newsletter, Instagram page, site. You've got Home Gym Con, of course, which we'll talk about. I don't know, what am I missing on Garage Gym Experiment?
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
yeah, that's great, yeah.
So there is a lot going on, and he's also got a lot going on in his garage gym. It's kind of an experiment right here, I think.
Kind of an experiment, and it's also like 10 years in the making.
Okay, so how long? I think you said you've been here for maybe like 5, 6 in this exact garage?
I've been in this garage for about 4 years.
Okay, 4 years, but this wasn't your first.
Correct. This
home gym.
Yeah, I started a home gym, like 10 years ago.
Okay.
When,
I imagine it didn't look like this when you started.
No, it didn't. Man, I didn't even really think about what it looked like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like I started buying stuff off of the used marketplace. Played Against Sports is right around the corner, so I got some stuff from there. But yeah, I didn't. It took me even like a few years before getting a rack.
Right.
So like, yeah, and then it took me like a year or so before I even started Garage Gym Experiment.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are in a big 3-stall garage here. I think we'll start walking around. We'll talk about it at the end too, but I want to mention at the beginning too, it's one of the main things we wanted to talk about. This will come out not too long before Home Gym Con 2025. What are the dates, the location? Can people still come?
Yeah. Year 3 of Home Gym Con, June 27th, 28th, Louisville, Kentucky. So northern part of Kentucky. It's about an hour and a half from me, which I'm in like the Indianapolis area. You can decide to come day of. We'll have tickets there unless it sells out. So yeah.
The vendor list, I have seen it, is insane this year. It's your biggest vendor group almost by far.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much mostly every company that we'll almost talk about in here is probably going to be represented at Home Gym Con. And Massenomics will be there for the second year, so that's a big plus too. Starting in the beginning, where we always start though, in every home gym, your flooring, you passed the test. Horse stall mats.
Yes. So we have horse stall mats throughout. Again, some of these are probably like 10 years old.
You've a variety. You've got
a variety.
Some diamond plated horse stall mats.
Yeah, so 10 years old. Some of them are 10 years old. Kind of just bought some at the time, and then got a few of these. I forget what
interlocking.
They're the Rogue power platforms or something created by Surface Co. So they kind of throw off the dimensions a little bit.
Right.
And yeah, I've got 2 kids, so like we have some artwork throughout.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you notice, these are the power platforms, and they don't interlock as well with the horse stall mats. But I would love to eventually change that.
Okay. So flooring, check.
Flooring, check, and then the tape, the Gorilla Tape, that's probably been there a couple years. Like it's.
Yep.
I haven't had to change it. It's not like in perfect condition, but the Gorilla Tape, good way to like keep it together.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we got many different stations almost in your gym. Your gym has a lot of space. Some home gyms don't have near as much. And when I say space, I mean it's big, but you also have like room to move in here. Is like that by design? Do you utilize this open space here too?
Yeah, so that is a learning lesson. And also keep in mind I've got 2 young kids, so like we've got toys in there, and we bring out the toys. We've got scooters.
Yeah.
So like if you get if it's too packed, it just becomes it's kind of scary. Like the kids running around.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we have the rack in the middle, but outside of that, I like having the garage doors open, like the space open.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like been a learning lesson. I've had like equipment here, and then it's like a tighter window to like walk through, and it just feels too tight.
So this is by design. That makes sense.
So it really is by design, yeah.
Okay.
And I actually just changed the dimensions of this. So this was against the wall, but yeah.
And this, when you say this, so this is an Inspire.
Yes. So I have two all-in-ones.
Yeah.
Luxury of being like a content creator.
Right.
Right. But yeah, so this is the Inspire. I think it's a good option for, it's not necessarily somebody for like our crowd.
Right.
But it's good, it doesn't, like this connects to the Smith machine, like the plates connect to the Smith machine. It's not 100% ideal, but you don't need plates.
So you're saying it's like a cable Smith machine then kind of is what that's like. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then you have like, I like the dual, like the duals everywhere, the dual column, like even here, down here is pretty cool. Like,
yeah.
So I have like the luxury of a lot of space, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
A lot of equipment. So I kind of just like set it up for the stuff I like. So there's as little like moving around as possible.
Inspire stuff is relatively affordable, right? Do you have any idea like what this, or am I wrong? Maybe it's relative.
I wouldn't say
it's term.
I would not say it's cheap.
Okay.
But I mean, if you, like this is a good, I want just this in my basement.
Yeah.
And this is like I'm 40 years old, 45 years old.
Yeah,
I don't, maybe even older.
Right. And you're like, I'm going to buy one main piece.
I'm going to buy one main thing. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd probably bring this in for the winter and do some workouts in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, there's a lot of pulleys. It's all right. It's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you do have a. What is that PRX attachment on the wall, actually? That looks like a Concept 2 rower bottom.
So the PRX...
Oh, that's just the hanger.
This is just a rower that you can bring down.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, then you just hook it up to like any cable?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. I mean, ideally you would bring this down.
Right.
But...
Okay.
I mean, we'd set it up better than that.
Right.
But like... I do enjoy this as like a nice change of pace.
I have not seen this in a home gym. We've toured a lot of home gyms and I haven't seen it. It kind of makes sense. It's pretty space efficient for a rower option, actually.
It is cool. It's from Body Solid.
Yeah.
I think they're the only ones that make it.
Yeah. I do like that.
Yeah, I think it's like $300, so it's not like, it's not as intimidating as buying like a Concept 2 $900 rower.
Right, and this part of it, I mean, it looks like the back half of a Concept 2 rower too. So.
Right.
Okay, that's cool. What's the adjustable bench? Is that with like the Inspire rack?
Yeah, so that bench, not great, to be honest.
Yeah, it's got a big gap.
Yeah. That's not even really worth covering. It's one of those that came with the you can leave it in the video, but
it's not the number one bench.
No.
Okay, so alternatively, we looked at the Inspire. I would say this is probably a competitor if you're looking for the same thing. This is the Force USA G15. Is that what it's called here?
Yep, this is the Force USA G15. Definitely competitor to the Center. I don't know.
Smith machine.
I don't know what your first impressions are of it, but it's a lot more solid than that.
Yeah.
It is. It's pretty cool because it includes like a 4-to-1 ratio and 2-to-1 ratio if you combine. It's very, very smooth. So it's got the pulley systems. If you want, you can put like J-cups on it and use it as a rack. I don't really use it as a rack, but I do probably use this more than anything other than like the basic power rack.
Yeah, like so here you'd be getting a functional trainer and the Smith machine in one. You could use it as a power rack if you wanted to, but I mean, it wouldn't be the best power rack, but it probably makes a good functional trainer and Smith machine. And it would work as a power rack if you, especially if like a power rack, when I say power rack, especially if like squatting and stuff isn't your number one objective, but it might be something you may use it for at times, I could see it. I don't know, I have no idea what the price difference is in the two, but like when you compare them, this looks more like something I would use probably.
And just like putting them together, this one was a lot heavier.
Yeah.
A lot sturdier. I've said for a long time, just like on the podcast, I think more companies should create an all-in-one like this designed to be an alternative to just a power rack. Like a secondary, you can do more than just a functional trainer, you can do more than just a Smith machine. So, and I think in a perfect world it'd be a little bit wider.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned the podcast, so you have Garage Gym Radio, which is, I mean, there's multiple podcasts in the on there, but what's the one that you and Adam record?
The Garage Gym Experiment podcast.
Garage Gym Experiment podcast. Check it out. But there are others in there. We talked to Kyle. They have Do You Even Lift, Bro?
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, what are the other?
I heard you had a podcast.
We've done a couple podcasts. But we're trying to get into it. We're dipping our toes in the water. Seems like everyone's doing it these days.
We're just competitors, though.
Yeah.
Listen to ours.
Yeah, let's come back to the rack. I usually like to finish in the rack.
Okay.
So the belt squat. What belt squat is this?
So this is the belt squat from ATX.
Okay.
This was picked up by Kyle
at Home Gym Con.
So this is the same one that was at Home Gym Con. It is pretty awesome. It's I don't know. Would you call this compact?
Yeah, definitely. As far as the belt squat, this is very. I mean, this is
so,
very compact.
I mean, it's very easy to use. I don't want to mess up this microphone, but yeah, I mean, I find myself using it all the time. I just moved it right here. So like if the garage doors are open and you know when you're like really getting into belt squat, you just look insane. Like when cars drive by. But yeah, it's very smooth, very easy to use.
And these bands?
You can just add some bands to change up the resistance a little bit.
Okay. These Mayhem bumpers look pretty cool.
Yeah, Mayhem's got some. Mayhem makes some really cool plates. They also make some really good iron plates, if you remember those from Home Gym Con last year.
Yeah, did Big Mark, Deadliest Lift, did he walk away with some of those, or who did?
Yeah.
He tried to take everything from everyone, I think, last year. Well, we've got to keep our eye on him in 2025, make sure he doesn't get everything again. You know what I'm noticing about your home gym the more we look at it? We have toured a lot of home gyms, and there's like a wide variety of products that people have, but a lot of times we see a lot of recurring brands. And in your home gym, that's not the case. You have like such a different selection of brands. Like you don't have a lot of like Rogue, Rep, the most common ones. Like you don't really have them. Do you think that's by design or by coincidence or just like just the way it's turned out?
I think that's just been like adding one thing one at a time over the years.
Yeah.
Like doing reviews, you do get a lot of the same brands. And then I would say I have shied away from doing a lot of reviews the last few years. And you kind of just create your own space.
Right.
So that's I'm still not 100% there, but I'm getting there. And it's more of like a gym than like a content creators collection.
Right.
now.
So it's curated to what you like to actually lift with.
Yeah.
Right. The Kratos, I don't know, flywheel or what is the...
So the Kratos flywheel.
Okay.
So what's unique about the Kratos is, if you're doing a flywheel, or most other flywheel systems, you have to buy two separate units for like vertical and then also horizontal. So, but what's unique about this one is you can put it on the ground here and do you can do like rows, or attach it to like a squat, or you can put it here.
Yep.
And then also like row, like do a bunch of stuff like that. So it's also cheaper than like the eccentric. It's still not. It's still not expensive, or it's still not cheap, but it's better priced than some of the other ones. But this will. Have you ever used a flywheel?
No, I actually need to try this before we walk away from it.
So like, you have to like catch it.
And price-wise, what are you talking
Yeah.
It's still like, I think this, you can buy it without the platform for maybe like 12, and then with the platform maybe like 18.
Okay.
So it's not cheap.
I've just never actually used one. I see it happening a lot, but.
My favorite thing is to put a belt on and do.
Yeah, it definitely is odd. I'm not sure. I think this takes more experimenting than your typical piece of equipment because it's so much different.
Definitely. Yeah, it definitely takes some like a couple training sessions to get used to it.
Right. Big Chris belt fed.
Got belt fed, yeah.
Could love to see it.
I will point out, my favorite belt for belt squats is this pillow.
Spud Inc.
From Spud Inc. This
Okay.
is easily the best one I've used. The Henny one's pretty good too, but this one is just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's softer and just very comfortable. Allows you to push harder.
Spud-ink-straps.com. That's where you go for it. You have, let me check. I don't think you really have much for other dumbbells in your gym.
No, I have nothing but loadable or adjustable dumbbells.
Okay, so you've got your adjustable dumbbells. What are these ones? True Lap?
So these are True Laps. These would be like my budget choice under like, I don't know with tariffs if they've changed the pricing, but you can get these for like up to, I think these go to 92 pounds, yeah.
So pretty heavy.
I think they're like $700-800.
Okay.
So these would be my choice for that.
And show us the adjustments, how that...
Yeah, so they're a little wonky. They go from like, so we have kg and then we have pounds. So So kg, pounds on the bottom. Oh, I guess your camera can see that. So you can see if you're looking at pounds, they go 8. So you can see like 35.5.
Oh, yeah.
38.5. So a little wonky, but they go all the way up. And then it's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like I don't see this brand as much as some of the other ones.
Well, they're still not as nice as the Repins.
Okay.
Easy, like no doubt. Like the Repins are better. They're also $400 or $500 more though. Here's another unique product. So the Pro Sledge.
Oh, is that what all the
vest.
little
So
little
yeah, it's a
weights are?
unique weight. It's a unique weight vest that you can load up to like 78 pounds.
By micro loading.
By micro, so like
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've done much weight vest, but I think let's see, you can go up to like 48 pounds just from the top.
Yep.
That's kind of where I've gone, and it feels really heavy, just like that. There's a
lot of little weights that go to it.
I think they sent me too much.
Bars, you have a big rackable curl bar. I don't know what brand that is.
That's the Rep.
Okay.
That's the Rep.
Then look at this thing. This is sweet. This is Home Gym Con. ATX brought this, I take it?
ATX made that, yeah.
Yeah.
Brought it over from last year.
That is really cool.
It's very cool.
When they brought that one, you were like, yeah, I'm going to keep that one.
Yeah, so they actually, I'm usually pretty generous with stuff like that, but they asked, like, do you want to give this away or do you want to keep that? I was like, I'm going to keep this one.
Yeah,
this one's
yeah.
cool. And they're going to make another one next year, so
Yeah.
so hopefully I can like make a collection.
Yeah.
And then I'll also add just like, home gym guide. So for anybody building on a home gym, I'm not a huge kettlebell guy, but I like having kettlebells. The
Adjustable
adjustable
kettlebell
dumbbells
from
are the
Barbells?
ones I'd go with. If you're not like a kettlebell junkie,
Yep. You can get one kettlebell.
one kettlebell. I've got another one over there, but yeah, I think the Bells of Steel ones from the adjustable ones from Bells of Steel are awesome.
What is this upright tower thing?
So this was just like a. I would way back in the day. I got a True Grit foldable squat rack, and I turned it into just like a single. But I do think there's a lot of potential for people to make these things, and it's just like a nice spot to put a bunch of attachments.
Yep.
So if you see over there, I did the same thing in that corner. With
Yeah,
plates.
yeah.
But like
Plate
this,
storage.
you could put, so we have an exponent edge infinity arm, which is also pretty solid. You know, like I do a lot of like rows,
Yep.
whatever those are. But you can like, there's a ton of different angles. I know he promotes like, even you can do like bench, but yeah, you can put something like that. I put a clever belt landmine. You could put a dip attachment. You could put, you know, an old drink spotter up there.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
We had to get to the. You have a classic drink spotter right here.
Yeah.
Works perfect for even holding this.
Performance pens.
Yep,
Do you know what those are?
Prop sets?
Yeah, I only know what it is because when we were at Kyle's, he had something like
okay,
this
yes.
on his tower.
Temple of Gains.
Temple of Gains leg extension. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. You're in luck though. You know, sometimes this is really nice, but sometimes it's not as convenient. Luckily, you're one of the first to have it and see it. We have now the most convenient drink spotter out there is the Drink Spotter Chill. So yeah, one of the first ever. Yeah.
Drink spotter chill, nice.
Show them how it works.
Yeah. Just you think is that just a koozie? No,
It does look like
it's a koozie with magnets in it. So, so yeah,
nice. That's where do you guys think of this stuff?
What will they come up with next?
Wow.
Yeah, it looks good. It goes good with this one.
That's nice. Wow.
You've got this clever built attachment here too. What's this one called?
The Atlas attachments.
Okay.
So I don't know if they still make them, other than with Rep.
Right.
So that's an older one from Cleva. And then this landmine, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's also from Exponent Edge.
Oh yeah.
Helps you. It's like a
stand.
jack
Yeah.
for loading. So that's nice having for the landmine. I don't use the landmine as much now that I have like this.
Right.
But
Now they have this, the ATX Trinity Tower, as seen in 2024 Massenomics ATX tour at Home Gym Con.
yes. So this was also another one from Kyle.
This machine is
Okay.
sweet. We checked out this very one last year, and it is impressive when you get your hands on it.
Yeah. So what's cool about this is it's more than just a traditional lat pull down / low row. So you can. So first of all, like if you got multiple people working out at home, and they're different sizes, this may be very high for somebody who might be like shorter. Maybe you have a wife or something. But you can like lower this.
And then that comes down farther.
That comes down further.
Right.
Usually there's a thing, it comes down quicker or easier. But yeah, and then you can pull this down.
For the low row attachment.
Well, not only the low row, but it changes it up for, so if you want to do something like I forget what these are called.
Right.
Do you remember what those are called?
I think they call it the high road, didn't they?
I mean,
Maybe that's what it, yeah.
high row. Maybe
Right.
People in the comments can
Yeah.
let us know
Correct us
what they
what it
correct.
is.
But yeah, so you can do that, and then you can also do a low row without going on to the ground, which you can't do with any other lat pull down, to my knowledge.
Right. Can you buy ATX stuff in the United States yet? What's their plan on that?
So their plan.
It's a top secret still.
Their plan is soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it is still a little bit top secret, but yeah, I think soon.
Gronk Fitness, is this a leg extension only, or is it
So Gronk Fitness, leg curl, leg extension, plate loaded. Yeah, so
and
I've attached it. We'll give a shout out to this in a minute, but I've attached it to a band so you get better tension throughout.
yeah, because the thing about people are talking about it frequently, a plate loaded leg extension machine, the strength curve at the bottom there, it's actually going to be quite light without.
And then it does also do suspension. And I took out the pin, which made the adjustments easier.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
So how do you like it?
it would be my plate-loaded choice.
Okay.
Especially for like bigger guys like us.
Yep.
Some of the other ones aren't quite as robust. This one's just real comfortable.
What if you were going to
use.
get a selectorized one? What brand would you go with? Or what would be?
It would be hard to go against Temple of Gaines right now. They've just got, you know, well put together selectorized pieces for not outrageous of a cost.
Yeah.
The Titan one looks good too, but they've raised their cost substantially recently. So
Okay.
probably be Temple of Gaines.
You've got the wall control here, several handles, prime handles, but then you talked about this. What you have the
So
band hooked up
that
to.
is the band machine.
Is that what that's called?
The band machine,
Okay.
yeah. So they're a company out of Iowa, just kind of starting up.
Okay.
But anybody who uses bands, it's a made in America. They've got multiple different colors, and you can hook up bands in a number of different ways. They also have like a portable option that you can use as well. So there's a couple different options. Yeah, and then I've got a ton of attachments.
Yeah, well, that's part of the attachment wall that Tommy's looking at there too, and then behind us is a whole bunch more wall control where you've got like all the mag grip attachments, some other prime stuff. Oh, you've got that Kabuki transformer bar thing that
I do. Yeah.
Have you ever used it?
I've used it on the...
You put it on a regular barbell, and it makes it like...
No, not
or
this
not.
one.
Oh, that's not what that one is?
This one, you still have to use some straps.
Okay.
But I've used it on the flywheel over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. It's like to make it like a belt squat attachment for it. Okay.
Right. It's decent. I mean, it's not for everybody, but...
Tommy, did you see this right here? That's, it's a sign of class in here also.
Well, while we're at it.
Oh my gosh. That's us on the television at Nathan Thomas in Watertown, South Dakota, touring an epic South Dakota gym tour. This is like so many gym tours within a gym tour right now. I don't even know what's happening. Any other attachments that just stick out? These collars are cool. Did we look at these with Darko, I think?
Yeah,
too?
spin lock or whatever they're called.
Twist lock.
Twist lock.
Titan twist lock.
Twist lock.
I mean, I would just say like my favorite ones to use would probably be the mag grips.
Yeah.
I started off with the mag grip knockoffs and
Yeah.
then eventually moved to those, and they're...
So are they making these again, or like wasn't it for a while you couldn't buy mag grip? Or maybe I'm completely wrong. I might not know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I might be making that up.
I do like this one. This is you can buy a cheap one on Amazon and get a good grip on this.
Yeah.
I do think these are pretty cool too. I think they're like $30 on Amazon.
All right.
I cut a hole in this so I could store it, but this is the Cleva ab mat.
Oh, plastic molded version of
Yeah.
the Genesis jack, right?
Right.
And
And
they're
then
almost like a poor man's drink spotter.
Yeah, we don't like that.
What are
these
these? What do we got here?
so these are the new Revolution in dumbbells. I don't know.
is that a digital display?
They're Kabata. They also connect to an app.
Oh, okay.
They connect to an app where they give you actual workouts, and then they track your movements as well. So like, you can pick them up, and like if it says do 10 curls, it'll track your movements as well.
So you can hear that click in there. I suppose that's part of what's tracking the repetition complete.
I don't know, but
I don't know if I love that noise.
I think it's more of the. Excuse us, buddy.
He's like, this
But
gym
here,
tour is taking
this
way
is
too long.
This is cool if you, if you zoom in here, you can like change the weights. They only go up to 60 pounds. Let me take care of him real quick.
We'll
Come here,
browse on
buddy.
A couple other things. I like this style collar. We're familiar with that. We've seen some Massenomics ones of that before.
Classic.
While we're looking, is this similar to Kyle's? Is this? don't know. What brand is this?
So this is the new Bells of Steel.
Okay, so it is Bells of Steel.
It's Bells of Steel, but it now goes to 90 inches.
Okay.
So it's a little bit taller. Also pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, for the price, it's one of those things where it's like, I said on a recent podcast actually, like if I was building out a home gym, I had my power rack and dumbbells and plates. Like this might be a good first.
Do you have any idea what this costs new? The 90-inch. I like the height.
The tariffs really do throw the cost off.
Yeah.
It used to be like, you could get like a plate loaded one for like $400, and then a selectorized one for like $1,000 or $1,100.
Right.
I don't know what the price is now.
Yeah, with everything going on, it's been
Can't
genius.
skip this.
Oh yeah, you got. Well, we talked about the rower attachment. But you've got the Rogue. I don't know what is their rower called.
Just the Rogue rower.
Rogue
I think.
rower. Yeah.
Yeah, solid rower. I mean,
How does it compare to the? We have the Concept 2. Which one's better? Is it a horse apiece?
It's about the same.
They look the same.
Yeah, hard to say which one's better.
They both.
Without
Neither one of them is fun.
Yeah.
What's this? Okay, so we got barbells here, which of course I love barbells. But what's the rack that they're in?
Okay, so yeah, this is cool. So this is from Bridgebuilt.
Okay.
Slides in, slides out. Pretty cool.
What's pivoting at the bottom when you do that? Like, and then you pull it out of there?
Pick it up. It's just like a basic solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, it's cool.
That's cool.
It's made primarily for, straight bars.
Yeah.
But you can fit a good amount of specialty bars in there as well. I mean, it's solid. I've had it for a couple of years.
All right, so bars, you've got a knurled axle. Who's that from?
Gorilla Strength.
Gorilla
That's the
Strength.
garage Gorilla bar.
Yep.
And I used to have like 40, 50 bars. Like
And you've
just with
downsized?
like reviews.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've pretty much downsized to one of each. So we got
So
power
does that
bars,
mean you've
multi-purpose.
kept ones that you like then? That you
Yeah,
like
for the
using?
most part.
Hansu power, 29 millimeter power.
Hanzu. Yeah, I've got like this Rogue 28 millimeter.
You got, this is a deadlift bar. of
And
some
that's a
kind.
deadlift bar.
What,
Oh, that's an old one. That's from like ISEL Fitness.
Okay.
It's a standard deadlift bar they
Yeah.
brought from overseas.
what's this, what Buffalo bar is this?
Strong arm.
Okay.
Strong arm.
Okay. Bare
Yep.
steel.
Also have had it for a while.
It's seen a thing or two.
Yep.
What's the trap? Oh, it's the Rep Fitness open trap bar right there.
And it has the rotating sleeves.
Yep. Like so, little rotation.
Yep. Little rotation. I actually, I do actually just like the regular sleeves better, but
Yeah.
I don't know. For whatever reason, maybe just because they're cool looking, I leave them on.
Is this, so when you're recording podcasts, do you do it from right here then?
So this is my podcasting
Yeah.
area. I got a light right here, microphones. Yeah,
This is where all the magic happens.
this is where the
right
magic happens. This is where the Garage Gym Radio.
there. You talked about your other upright that you use. Well, everyone does this. We go into so many gyms, home gyms, where they, like you talked about what you're doing there, where this is a pretty efficient use, where you do an upright off the wall and then you use it for plate storage or whatever you want to do. But here you use it for plate storage, obviously.
Use it for plate storage. I like it better than having it like at the back of a power rack, so you can use all sections of the power rack
Yeah.
for lifting. So I've got it pretty optimized for squats and bench, and then also shoulder press in the front or whatever.
Well, and speaking of power rack, we're here now. At the bottom of it, you've got the from her first home gym con, you've got the Executive Fit platform that he made from 2023. Where does the 2024 one live?
I don't know where the 2024 one. It was a prize for the strongman competition.
Okay.
Someone won it. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, and that was green.
But yeah, I brought home the entire platform and just took this out and put it within the stall mats.
Right, at home within the stall mats.
So
The rack itself is surplus strength, 3x3, 4-post rack, 1-inch hardware.
1-inch hardware. It's got some cool features. I mean, first of all, it's like beautiful for being
Like matte red.
it's like the quality is basically as good as it gets. and it has these knurled nuts as well.
Okay, yeah.
That might not be the right. But
Just like the...
it's got the welded nuts, not knurled, not knurled.
The nut is
Welded.
welded into the cross member,
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
So, like, if you take it out, you don't have the nut will stay there.
And then you have the UPS, is that right? The surplus
Yeah,
strength?
so this is surplus strength UPS.
What is at the bottom of it here?
So those, I
are
leave
those?
those on there because they take up a little less
So
space.
it's weight.
Yes,
you're
but
using
they
it as.
were,
What are
they were, I think they were like a COVID product. They, from like, I can't remember.
Some
even
way
the
to get
company.
fit at home with a weight. that
It's
you can hold in
supposed
your
to be
hand.
like a combination of a weight, dumbbell, and kettlebell.
And a plate, kind
And
of.
it never took off.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a few posts on
There's
them,
still a
and-
chance. This video might be what makes this thing really take off.
I did a few posts and everyone just ragged on them.
They're not going to take off.
Felt bad.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. For Jacobs,
Rollers?
the Irwin Fitness rollers. These are one of the early models, but they're pretty awesome. And then these
Reps.
Rep limited
Retractable.
edition monoliths.
Do you like those?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I like them. There's better monoliths out there, but these are pretty cool.
Yeah, they look cool, obviously.
They're really cool, yeah.
Back here on the back of the rack, you have these Havoc. What are these called? These are cool.
I think they're just called Havoc hooks.
And
They're from, and then I think does it say weighted out on them? Weighted out
oh, it
produces
does on
them.
this one.
Yeah, so weighted out produces them.
And then
They,
you use them to hang chain, to
Hang
chain
chains,
weight.
and then it also just changes up the
The angle of the dangle
Yeah.
gets different. Oh, they're everywhere, Tommy. You never know when you might spot one of those somewhere. Drink safety is no accident in this gym.
I have it.
no.
So you've had a home gym for over a decade now. You have a very large home gym. You have a lot of equipment that you've curated over the years. Is there anything right now that you feel like you're missing, or do you have is there anything on your wish list even?
Not really. I think I'd like to do a select rise leg curl, leg extension.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to get the rep ins. I think the rep ins are kind of on my wish list.
Yeah.
But yeah, the belt squat, the lat pull down low row, the power rack, one all on one would do the job. It's pretty convenient. Everything is just pretty convenient. Maybe I do want I would say the next thing on my wish list is a custom bench.
Okay.
Like a custom bench. I've seen Irwin do some cool ones.
Yeah.
Williams Strength.
Like Basement
does
Brandon has a
something
pretty
like that.
cool,
I think a nice
yeah.
bench.
What color would you get it then?
I don't know. Maybe a home gym con one.
Yeah.
One of those something. Maybe not this year. I haven't heard anybody making a custom bench, but
Until they see this video. We got to get Jake a custom bench
I don't know
quick.
if any companies
they're
are
gonna be
coming.
there that,
Williams Strengths, they're still up in the air. Irwin's
Okay.
not coming. So
We'll talk them into it, I think. How many vendors are coming this year, though?
I think there's 125 right now. There's been a few that's dropped, so
Yeah.
it's come down a little bit.
But that's still a pretty huge number.
it's a solid number.
And
yeah.
with us having been to Home Gym Con next year, I would just plug it one more time. There isn't anything else like that. We've even talked about it. We go to the Arnold Sports Festival and some other things like that. And that's, if you're into gym equipment, I wouldn't even just say home gym equipment, but just gym equipment in general. In the United States, there is nothing else like it, right?
Yes, especially if you're within a couple-hour drive or something like that. Even if you don't have a home gym yet, it's still cool to see. I think.
Well, if you're in a couple-hour drive, you'd kind of be crazy. We fly from across the country to go to it. So a couple-hour drive, that's nothing. So Home Gym Con, the dates again are 27th.
June 27th, June 28th.
in Louisville. Garage Gym Experiment. So can they sign up for the newsletter? What's the...
Just go to Home Gym Con. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the biggest thing you want people to do then.
Go to Home Gym Con.
Yeah.
Check out the podcast. Yeah, we have a newsletter. It's called Knurled News. Yeah, it's just a basic rundown of new products and what
Okay.
else is happening in the industry.
Make sure you're liking the video, subscribing to the YouTube channel. We talked about a bunch of different brands, and we've got affiliate links down below for a whole bunch of those. Garage Gym Experiment probably has a bunch of affiliate links also. So whatever you're buying, click some affiliate link somewhere, and one of us is going to benefit from it. Make sure you're checking out the Massenomics podcast, new videos every week. Buy a piece of merchandise. Check out all our other home gym tours. We're going crazy with gym tours. We got like 10 more coming just from this trip alone. We'll see you at the next one.